Hi folks, welcome to this second video on two-factor authentication. My name is Rohin from Varatech and I hope you're well. In the previous video on two-factor authentication, I covered what it was and why we would use it. So in this video, I want to talk about my tips when using two-factor authentication. So tip number one, firstly, download an authenticator. Now that can come in the guise of Google Authenticate. It could even come as Authy or Duo. Those are three most common ones. There are others. And when you download these will produce the 6-digit code that you require when it comes to the added level of security on the different accounts and websites. And the second part is to enable two-factor authentication on each of the sites that you access or the accounts that you access. Link these authenticators to it, so then when you do put your username and password in, you'll then be prompted for that 6-digit code from one of these authenticators that you've linked as that added level of security. Tip number two. So choose an authenticator that is widely supported. Now at the time of this video, Google Authenticate is probably the most widely accepted and probably the baseline standard when it comes to two-factor authentication. As I did mention in my previous video, Authy and Duo are two others that are widely accepted, but make sure you do pick one of these, then these will link up very nicely and you don't have to have several different ones on at the same time. So tip number three. Now we've already enabled two-factor authentication. If the opportunity arises within the site, enable multi-factor authentication. So what is multi-factor authentication? Well, essentially it is two-factor authentication but more. So you're adding extra levels. So in addition to your username and password, you can then go with the two-factor authentication side of things where it is the 6-digit code, but then you can also have additional security on that account to then prove it is you. Now what you are doing here, when you're adding them levels of security, you're putting barriers up for cyber criminals and to deter them from accessing your data. But the more barriers you put up, the better it is for you at securing your data, and it makes it more difficult for the cyber criminals to access and the hoops that they've got to jump through just to get a hold of it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this useful, and please feel free to like, share and comment. Please leave your comments down below and I will reply to each and every one of them. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you on the next one.